Welcome to 𝐄𝐓𝐇. We talk about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 8:10 a.m. on Eastern Time on July 8th on Friday. Hope you guys have a great Friday so far, by the way. Ethereum could trade at $1,226, that about 0.82% so far. With respect to over crypto market and the equity market, we are relatively a mixed bag again. Across the spectrum. Seems like with respect to the index front, we're just kind of levitating around up or down about 0.02% so far. So we're not really doing much. On the oil front, we are above 100 mark again, but obviously in comparisons to weeks ago when we were like sky high, we are levitating an approximation around $100 right now, right, trading at $103 at the moment. With respect to 10-year yields, it's also, I would say, reversing up a little bit, reaching to a 2.9% higher than days ago when we were dipping below 2.87. So it's like across the spectrum, like just a lot of zigzag normalization here and there. And what's really going to be one of the main catalysts later today is with respect to the job numbers that's coming out, right? And the reason that we're flat right now because we have not received a confirmatory signal. But ultimately, we know that if this report was to come out to be in alignment with Wall Street expectation, and we are progressing nicely, then technically we should be going up to the next level of 1250, or even in a reach of the next level of 1350 if we have more bullishness. But is it long lasting? That's the big question, right? Can we really perform a long reversal going forward that will be sustainable and continue to form that upward escalator? That's still questionable, right? So we'll see how that goes, right? I think based on the synopsis and the predictions from a lot of economists, that this job number should technically perform positively in comparisons to the ones we had before. So we'll see how that goes. In addition to that, I'm also seeing other news that are quite interesting. Is with respect to the crypto lender Celsius. Seems like there are relatively public figures speaking on behalf of this incident, right? Calling this lender a Ponzi scheme. There are like a bunch of stuff that they hiding behind the walls and stuff like that, which subsequently drives some stir. But obviously this is like not the it's like old news, so we have known this incident happened for quite some time. So I guess they just try to basically restir the overnight fried rice, if you get my analogy, for this news, right? Which is like old news that just try to regurgitate, right? And then one news that I'm seeing, but it's not in direct correlations to the crypto market, but it has a direct correlations to the Japanese stock market, is the Japan's former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. He was assassinated at a campaign event recently. Well, rest in peace to Mr. Abe. It's definitely a sad day. Obviously, whenever you see these type of political, exogenous factor, it will drive some stir into the market. But it doesn't really have anything directly correlated to the U.S. equity market or the crypto market. But it's something to know, right? Obviously, Shinzo Abe has built a legacy in Japan, and for him to be dying this way, definitely not ideal. And then that's pretty much it overall. I think the next major catalyst is really just obviously with respect to the June job numbers. We'll see how that goes, right? Economists again are saying that the number should not be expected to show any slowdown. We will have to see, right? How does that triangulate and maneuver through the inflationary pressure? And is a recession gonna be more and more possible as we progress in this manner, right? So let's just dive right into it. With respect to recording time of 8:14 a.m. on the Eastern time. And again, thank you for the kind feedback on my sister's channel, by the way. She's very appreciative of your kind words and obviously my voting system was relatively biased anyways. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. It gives you like a little bit of a snapshot of about my personal life. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, in addition to just like me reading charts on a day-to-day basis, which I get it is quite boring. Just me reading news and numbers, right? So right now the momentum is still like, the MACD is really elongated, really dragged out. At the same time, you could see that clearly we are already getting canceled. Well, which makes sense because we have, hit that blockade before at the 49 out of 70 on the RSI scale. So right now we're basically reversing back down, lack of inertia to propel up above 1250, which is the next level. And at the same time, we've been elongated for quite some time now. So forming an apex, it will be likely, and then we'll reverse down from there, right? And then respect to Bitcoin, same thing, right? You could see that we're getting blockade at the 49 out of 70. So it's somehow like very coincidental. And at the same time, the next level of resistance could be like 22,500, which is a monumental level of resistance until you reach all the way up to 30,500, right? So unless something majorly happen, we should ideally just like kind of be suppressed below in these levels, right? Just like going over the altcoin, because I know that some of the people want to see altcoin as well, so I just want to make sure that I'm also covering. So apologies if those that feel free to skip. Like some of the other one, I would say classics in the trading in a similar fashion. Dogecoin similar fashion as well is still quite bearish. Cardano is flatter than in comparisons. So I do foresee Cardano to be trading more on a sideways fashion. Solana is up 1.27%. Same thing, relatively flat. I don't foresee a major size movement on this one. XRP is quite flat as well, pretty much like we're forming a bottom. So technically, it's still bearish at the moment, but like not a significant one. Polkadot's up 1.29%, flat as well. I would say very comparable across all the altcoin, just stale and flat. Algorand flat as well. I would say across the mid spectrum. Shiba Inu is a little bit more dragged up, so I think the leap down is going to be a little bit more severe. Polygon up 2% so far. I would say, yeah, so this is a little bit bearish right now. You can see that we are going to get some blockade at 56 out of 70. So coming down will be a lot more logical. And then lastly, for AVAX, same thing, right? Still very dragged up. So coming down to lower levels like 15, $10 would be more logical. Okay, so well, thank you so much again for joining me this morning. I know that I'm still work in progress and I don't have the best quality in terms of videos, but I do, I just want to let you know that this channel is we're building this together. It's not just me. Like it will be impossible for me to just like do this by myself. But so that's definitely look forward to hearing your feedback and your guidance every single day. And yeah, this is like part of my daily routine now. So don't feel bad if like you think I'm working too much, but because it's something I do anyways. So I appreciate you, and have a good rest of the Friday, and take care.